of the African Union Commission has always been a crucial moment in Africa's political calendar. But as Kenya prepares for yet another bid, the contrast between its campaigns in 2016 and 2025 raises some interesting questions. Is Kenya now revealing too much of its strategy too soon? And what's at stake in this latest race? George Maringa compares the 2016 campaign and the ongoing campaign by Kenya.
Extremely grateful.
In 2016, the then Kenya's Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohamed entered the fray to secure the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. At the time, the race was already shaping up to be one of the most competitive yet. But 2016 was also a year marked by divisions. The AU was embroiled in complex debates over issues like the International Criminal Court, regional solidarity, and Morocco's bid to rejoin the Union. Kenya, with its clear stance on certain issues, tried to balance regional support with a broader continental appeal. However, Kenya's bid wasn't without challenges. Political alliances were fluid, and as the race intensified, regional support became paramount. The double candidacies from Central Africa and the delicate balance of regional representation posed significant obstacles. But perhaps the most telling challenge was the perception that Kenya, having held the deputy chairperson position through Erastus Moincha, had already had its turn. As Kenya navigated through these hurdles, it became clear that the race wasn't just about who had the best credentials, it was about who could maneuver the intricate political dynamics that so often shape the AU's decisions.
Raila Odinga.
Fast forward to 2025, and Kenya finds itself in yet another race for the AU Commission chair. But this time, the stakes are higher. Raila Odinga, one of Kenya's most experienced and popularizing political figures, is the country's candidate. A seasoned campaigner with decades of political survey, Raila's bid for the chairmanship is seen not just as a continental push, but as a strategic pivot for Kenya's local politics as well.
Kenya has a rendezvous with the destiny in February. That's next month. If Raila Odinga wins the seat, and I have my doubts, then Ruto's path might be smoother. The game might be in his favor. If Raila loses, then the game will change.
You know, you're beautiful. I mean, we're all family. Unlike Amina Mohamed's relatively focused campaign in 2016, Raila's run comes at a time of significant political realignment in Kenya. President William Ruto's support for Raila, once an unexpected alliance, underscores the broader importance of this campaign to Kenya's internal politics. The outcome in Addis Ababa could determine not only the shape of Africa's future, but also the future of 2027 Kenya's general elections.
And it is going to change against William Ruto. And, of course, the Kenya Kwanza. That is how Kenya changes. Yes, it is. It's so quick. It's like this. And I think that's what makes us happy. That's why sometimes we look healthy.
But is Kenya giving away too much in this latest race? In 2016, Kenya played a relatively cautious game, focusing on regional alliances and maintaining discretion. But with Raila's 2025 bid, there are undeniable levels of visibility that could expose the country's political cards in ways we didn't see before. Political analysts argue that Raila's bid is a double-edged sword. While his candidacy may boost Kenya's international profile, the deep intertwining of local politics, especially with Ruto's backing, could bring unwanted domestic attention, especially if the bid fails. Some see Raila as a potential kingmaker in 2027, while others fear that a loss could bring turbulence to Kenya's already shifting political landscape. Looking at the broader picture, 2025 is shaping up to be a race filled with regional dynamics and tensions. Raila Odinga is running against Mahmoud Ali Yusuf from Djibouti and Richard Randriamandrato from Madagascar, each bringing their own regional advantages. Kenya's strategy this time round will have to contend not only with the political and diplomatic complexities of Africa, but with the internal calculations of its own political future. In 2016, Kenya was cautious, positioning Amina Mohamed carefully for broader continental support. But now with Raila, the stakes feel much higher, revealing not just the country's diplomatic ambitions, but also its internal power plays and social media activity, as President William Ruto updates through his social media of the countries that have so far supported Kenya's candidate Raila Odinga. As Kenya pushes forward into the 2025 AU Commission chair race, one thing is clear. The dynamics of the campaign are much more complex than in 2016. With greater transparency comes greater vulnerability. Whether Raila's candidacy will succeed or falter, it will surely shape not only Kenya's political landscape, but the future of Africa's diplomatic efforts as well. One thing is certain. The cards are on the table, and only time will tell if Kenya has revealed too much or just enough to win this critical race. George Maringa, TV47, Nairobi.